Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel for the first update on my new layout. I hope everyone had a happy and safe holiday season. As for myself, I have spent a lot of time working on the layout over the past 2 weeks, and I apologize for the lack of videos. In this layout update video, I just wanted to show you guys how I got from the old layout to the new one that you are seeing right now. In order to accommodate the construction happening next to the layout, one of the existing tables had to be demolished in favor of 2 new 4x8 tables. All of the buildings needed to be removed so the table could be flipped over and wheels attached to the legs of the pre-existing table to allow for easy movement. Lastly, you can see here what everything looked like all piled up. Even before the first of the new tables were in place, I already began to lay out the grass mats and test fit the track. A few days later, we finally got around to putting together the second table, and I immediately put down grass mats and laid track. I personally don't love grass mats, but it's a lot quicker and easier than putting grass down by hand, and since I'm on such a tight deadline, having to go back to school in 2 weeks, it seemed like the logical thing to do. On the far right table, I wanted a small rail yard. I had one on the previous layout, but it was plagued with electrical problems and the whole 9 yards, and it just didn't operate right. So I went through and I made sure that all the tracks had good electrical connections, all the switches worked properly, so it wouldn't have the same issues I had on the last layout. Soon the third table was built, and the 2 existing tables needed to be rotated, which meant I had to pull up all the track that I had already screwed down, re-put it down across the 2 new tables, and made sure that everything worked correctly. No sooner than the third table was in place, I began testing where the track would go, the buildings would go, and the trolley line would go. After a trip to the local hobby store, I finally laid the golden spike, and here's the first train, Line Chief Norfolk and Western E44. By Christmas Eve, after many hours of problems with my DCS remote commander, I finally had both main lines in operation. Although not much progress has been made so far in terms of scenery, I did attach this nice Coca-Cola advertisement to the side of one of my Lionelville buildings. The ad is a real one on the side of a building in Dayton, Tennessee, near where my girlfriend's from, and I really like the sign, so I wanted to incorporate it on the layout. Additionally, for Christmas, I received an MTH dual engine shed, which meant I had to change around some tracks in the yard slightly. The original 3 spurs for the yard were cut down to 2. A new switch was added on the inner main line to allow for a separate spur towards the engine house, and a new switch is on the way to allow access to both tracks of the engine house. Stick around for layout update number 2 to see further progress on the scenery work and my ideas on what I'm planning to do with the vast empty spaces on the second table. For now though, enjoy some videos of the trains running around the layout, and I hope you guys subscribe to my channel. Thank you.